It's a story about this young girl. She's 14 years old. She has a vision. And in this vision, an angel appears to her. And this angel says, God has looked down upon you and has given you a mission, a vocation. You are to translate the word of God into the common tongue and distribute it among the people. Now, at the time, the Bible was in Latin and in the churches, and the only people who could read it were the priests. And this young girl was poor. The idea of getting the translators, of getting a printing press, of getting everything in motion that would be able to get this Latin text into the common tongue was a huge task. But she dedicated her life to it. She sold the few things she had. She started to work in odd jobs, saving money, begging on the streets, using her cunning to convince people to support her. And as she slowly, over 5 to 10 years, began to gather up the money, she was getting close to her goal when this famine hit the land. People began to starve. And so this young girl, Sophia, took the money that she'd raised and she used it to bring food in from another country. She used it for medical supplies, and she dedicated herself to those people who had nothing. And when eventually crops began to grow again, she put herself back to her original vocation, began to raise money from scratch. 10 more years pass. She's getting closer to her goal, maybe 2 to 3 years out. And plague descends, sickness, thousands dying all around her. Again, she leaves her vision. She looks after the people in front of her. She pays for medical care. She uses the money for hospitals. She drains most of it. And eventually, when the country begins to strengthen, once more she turns to her original vocation. She raises the money. And near the end of her life, she's able to hire the translators, she's able to get the printing press, and she's able to see the first copies of the Bible produced. And when she died, it was said that actually she had translated and interpreted the Word of God not once, but 3 times in her life. And the first two were the most beautiful of all.